Indicators of how President Trump is doing, and both contests seem to revolve around Trump, even though his name is not on the ballot. Let's bring in our panel. Michael Starr Hopkins, he's a Democratic strategist and contributor to The Hill, and Matt Schlapp, chairman of the American Conservative Union. Matt, Michael and I saw each other in the green room, and we noted that we both saw that you tweeted this morning that you voted. So you're in Virginia. How do you think things look?
You know, Ed's really made this a race. I would say with no statewide elected Republicans in the Commonwealth of Virginia, zero. Ed Gillespie has pulled this race into a margin of error race. I think the momentum is on his side, and I think he can do it.
Michael, from a Democratic perspective, has the party been surprised that Ralph Northam didn't run away with this and that Ed Gillespie closed pretty tightly at the end?
You know, I think we all knew at the end of the day this was going to be a close race. Virginia is a bellwether state, and it's always close. It's a little disheartening to see it get this close. I think once Democrats are within the margin of error, it starts to worry us a lot, especially with the rain.
Matt, do you think that both sides will overinterpret or misinterpret the results tonight as a referendum on President Trump and what's to come for 2018?
Come on, Dana, it wouldn't be any fun if everything wasn't about Donald Trump. I mean, when I turn on the news, everything's about Donald Trump. But in all seriousness, I do think a Republican win, I think an Ed Gillespie win, and maybe even some of these other statewides at Lieutenant Governor and Attorney General, I do think it demonstrates that the political coalitions are changing. And Democrats like to look at the low poll numbers of Donald Trump. But I think what's really happening across the country is there continues to be a surge of support for dramatic change, not only in Washington, but in state capitals across this country, which is why we have 30-something Republican governors. We have Republican control in most of the legislatures across this country. There is a dynamic change going across this country.
Now, of course, there is another election today in New Jersey for the governor there. Let's listen to the incumbent who just had a little testy exchange this morning.
It's easier to sit here and complain. It's easier to sit. I don't have the money like you. Yeah, oh, really? I'm sure. Easier to sit here and complain. But you know what? That's the joy of public. It's serving folks. It's serving folks. Yeah, it's serving folks like you that is really such a unique joy. It really is. You're fabulous.
Michael, that was in New Jersey this morning. The incumbent governor, Chris Christie, probably glad that it's almost over for him.
You know, I got to say, I'm going to get a lot of flack on Twitter for this, but I actually liked Chris Christie, you know, a couple years ago, and it's been rough watching him just kind of beat up on his own voters and really do damage to the Republican Party. I was telling you in the green room earlier, Chris Christie always wants to be a gangster while his security's around, and they're not going to be around in a couple months. So I think he just needs to tone it down.
Are you disappointed, Matt, that New Jersey wasn't even really competitive for Republicans this time around?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Chris Christie gave us all great hope. That was he was elected twice in New Jersey. We've actually had some success winning the New Jersey governorship, but I do think, look, he's the most unpopular governor in the country, and maybe these tirades play a little role in that.
But, you know, people like it when somebody tells it like it is. Let's also listen to someone else telling it like it is. This is this morning. Donna Brazile was on CBS this morning, and it got a little heated. Listen.
I called Bernie to explain to him that there was cancer that I could not destroy, and I could not destroy it because of this memorandum. There's no question that I was upset. I was upset because we were hacked.
I read the book that you were upset with Robbie Mook, certainly. You also sound very angry with Hillary Clinton. Yes, the hacking was an issue.
My emotions are my emotions, but there's no question that I was very upset at the time.
Michael, Donna Brazile out there finding it kind of lonely out there when you go out and tell it like it is.
You know, she has. Donna Brazile tossed a political grenade, and now she wants to put the pin back in it. And I think it's a little too late. And it's sad because Donna Brazile has done a lot for people of color, women inside the Democratic Party. And I hope this isn't what she's remembered for.
Well, I certainly wouldn't count her out, Matt. I mean, you know Donna Brazile. What do you think?
I have great respect for Donna Brazile. I think she knew what she was doing when she decided to be very candid in this book. She's not going to be able to reel it back. And actually what she's talking about is a Democratic Party, kind of the elite of the Democratic Party being shown to be, first of all, not very effective, but also you talk about the collusion that's out there. There was collusion to give Hillary Clinton this nomination, and there was collusion to push her over the goal line, and the American people said no way.
Well, and now apparently there's collusion to